Peace Ambassador and U.S. President Trump is jumping for Nobel Peace Award. I saw this news today's newspapers and TV news channels that Pakistan has nominated U.S. President Donald Trump's name for Nobel Peace Prize. Hearing this, my heart was filled with joy. I thought even crows and vultures can think about peace. Why should our countries use media and use opposition keep chasing us? They should also support this because till yesterday the same opposition and media were cursing my country's prime minister for the fact that Trump called the army general of the enemy country for dinner but did not call my country's PM Modi ji. Why my country's honor was not called, and if called, then why did he not go? What is that ignorant person know? For the country, one has to give up such small temptations. On this we remind my country's PM of that incident that he went there for the enemy country's wedding without being invited. On this I want to say that only he who loves his country and its people can show such capability. He wants to stop the terrorist incidents happening in his country. That is why, without caring for his life, he went to the enemy country without any hesitation. He loves his country. That is why he is facing such allegations till today. Otherwise, even a normal person of mind is not ready to speak on a thing. Another thing that is repeatedly raised is why did the Prime Minister of the country release the terrorist incident instead of the passengers when the country's plane was hijacked? I want to ask him whether those citizens of the country should have been released to die at hands of terrorists. Another question which the repeatedly raised is why did the Prime Minister of the country release terrorists in place of passengers when the country's plane was hijacked? I want to ask him whether those citizens of the country should have been released to be killed by terrorists. Then these people were putting pressure on the government to get the prisoners released some cost. They should tell the country whether they did so or not. In the 1971 war, could our soldiers not have been released in place of Pakistani prisoners of war? If even 50 Pakistani soldiers were released in exchange of one of our army personnel would have returned, all Indians had 54 war prisoners while Pakistani had 2,972 war prisoners. Who says India won the 1971 war? India's 54 war prisoners were released to be killed in Pakistan in 1971. A person like in 1971, a person like leader of opposition party Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee stood with the then government like a stone and supported India in the United Nations. Thus today's LOP stand with the country in this way. In the end, the President of the USA can talk about peace, but he is not seen making efforts for peace. And why will he not be seen? Because whoever becomes the President of USA will be a puppet of the deep state. The puppet President of USA had also invited the PM of my country to dinner, but he refused it very cleverly. I would expect that the opposition leader of my country will also have to learn to speak in the interest of the country by giving up their fascination for foreign chow mein. Otherwise only God is their master. If the vulture media includes me in the lapdog Gaudi media after watching this video of mine, then it will be a matter of good fortune for me. Vande Matram. भारत माता की जय.